I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't never forget it.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Columbus. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. It's a loss. We take it. Right there. Let's go.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
60 Bobcat.
To throw on 2nd down, Carter, flush to his right. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Here we go. 70 Ranger. One's the mic. Watch one. Yeah. We don't want none.
Back to throw.
I'm
Carter.
coming after you.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick rolling to his right. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Kelce, 50 yards. And the Lions are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Cup 19. Mike 35, Mike 35. Here we go, D.
Back to throw is Carter. Looking to throw on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looking to throw. Carter. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 3 yards remain for second down.
Tighten up. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I got you, punk. Mike 35, Mike 35. Here we go. 35's the mic. Time to go. Night-night. Mike 35, Mike 35. I'm cut.
From the gun, Carter. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Explorers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott Good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after one. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
This out quickly to Williams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a game.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Travis Kelce, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 14, Explorers 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And one more time, that's Watkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
Now Carter to throw on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 99! Check 99! 18, Pioneer! Ready!
Off play action. Carter out to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. There he goes right side. The 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
35's the mic.
Carter off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
I can't believe they even let you play.
60 Mavericks.
Operating from the gun, Carter, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players, and glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight end's right. Everyone's got 4.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run out of the gun with Swift, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Carter. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Carter dancing to his left. Powers through. Now the ball comes loose. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Kaepernick being chased out left. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Khalif Raymond, 33 yards. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
28, Explorers 7. Jack Fox kicking off for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the lane. Hey, smash. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Carter steps away to his left. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Here we go. 35 to the
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
56 to Mike, boy. Hurt. 70 Ranger. Let's go. Pick it up, D. Go.
Carter now throwing on 4th down. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Able to get there and pick it. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Khalif Raymond. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Buying time to his left. Carter a 1st down and more. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
I got it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Touchdown!
DeAndre Swift, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And, partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
42, Explorers 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Here's Carter on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back to throw is Carter. Throwing on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Quez Watkins there to make the grab. And the Explorers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Explorers 14. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're on the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Back to throw. Carter. Throw left side complete. That's Wheeler. So that a nice throw, but it hasn't really turned out to be the grand debut that many had hoped for. His team's down double digits. So what have you seen, CD?
About what I expected, really, because for a youngster making his first start in the NFL,
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Lions are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Lions have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Let's go, D.
Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one, 33 yards. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
We got three.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Lions 48, Explorers 21. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Kaepernick looking to throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. He's got Watkins on the out route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop. And my goodness, another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Now Carter on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Monday. Come on, QB, come on.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it. Being chased out left. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing